Welcome. My name is Ivan, and I'm here to talk about ArxLang. This is a project that started around 2 years ago. It's a project initially based on LLVM kaleidoscope tutorial, but of course, at this point, a lot of things uh, are different, but the the code generation and the basic parse object is the same. But other than that, everything is different. All right. Wow. Let's go to the presentation. All right. So this is just a brief introduction about me. I don't think it's necessary to say everything here, but the relevant thing about me is that I've been working with C++ maybe in the past 2 or 3 years, and ArxLang is using C++ with LLVM. So yeah, I'm not a super experienced C++ developer, but in this journey, I have been learned a lot, and yeah, it's really exciting. The ArxLang is a compiler that aims to bring the Apache Arrow ecosystem as first citizen inside the language. So why Apache Arrow, right? So we'll talk a bit more about that really soon, and also we will check also the roadmap, the current challenges, and how to contribute to Arx project. So as I mentioned, Arx is an open source compiler developed using LLVM. My first goals here were to bring to the project a bunch of best practices that can give us a high quality code and an excellent development experience. So I think that's really important, at least as we are growing. If we don't have this base for the development workflow in the future, it will be really hard. So for now, the project uses some technologies such as Clang, Mason, free commit, CPP check, Clang tidy, Clang format, include what you use, semantic release, Google tests, and we are using also for CI the GitHub actions. Okay, as I mentioned, it's based on the LLVM kaleidoscope tutorial, but the infrastructure is totally different. Basically, kaleidoscope is just one or two files, but here on Arx, we have each phase in a specific file. So we have phase file for the lexical analysis, another file for parsing, another file for error, another file for code generation, and so on. And we are also implemented the visitor design pattern, and currently we are working on a pull request that is splitting more the parsing and the code generation. So in the past, it was kind of mixed, but now the parsing will generate AST object, and the code generation will receive that AST object in order to produce the file object. And additionally, we can use these AST to generate anything else. So for example, we can output the AST object in text mode, for example. Okay, so the key of the project, the core of the project is the Apache Arrow. And why? So instead of using the native data types, we are trying to use Apache Arrow data types. And using this approach probably will give us all the benefits of the Apache Arrow ecosystem. And it will also provide us a lot of power about efficiency and so on. So that's the idea of using Apache Arrow. So Apache Arrow in this case is a software development platform for building high performance application for process and transport large data sets. That's the current situation, the big data, right? So it's really important to have this ability to scale our data containers, data access, data manipulation in using really consistent and accepted in the community, the software community, as Apache Arrow. It's really important right now. And also Apache Arrow, the critical component is in-memory columnar format, a standardized language agnostic specification for representing structured table-like dataset in memory. What does it mean? So basically, it's a format for the layout in memory for columnar format, like a database, a data frame, and so on. So it's really powerful, and the idea of Arx is to construct a language on top of these kind of data types to provide all the access and the connections with the Apache Arrow ecosystem. And our roadmap, so the first step is the initial infrastructure, and it is around 95% done. Currently, we are splitting, as I mentioned, the parsing, the code generation phases, where the parsing will generate the AST object, and the code generation will consume that AST object. Okay, so now currently on the main branch, it's kind of mixed. So the code generation at the same time is called, it will generate in the it is calling the parsing inside the code generation, and that's not what we want. We want something like going through phases, and also we can change. For example, instead of creating a file object, we maybe can or want to see the AST in text format. So the idea of splitting the parsing, totally the parsing and the code generation, is to be able to have different generation, not just the code generation, but we can, like in file object, but we can have the AST. Also, we can change and add a new phase in this case, the semantic phase, the semantic analysis phase that currently we don't have right now, and so on. So it will give us power to to produce different outputs and to have more kind of phases, or for example the semantic analysis phase into the compiler. Also, we needed to replace the native double data type by Apache Arrow data type. In this case, also the Apache Arrow double data type. That's currently in investigation, so we are not sure yet how to move it forward. Any help in this phase will be really helpful, really important, because this is the core of the language. We are really sure it's possible, but we are still struggling a bit with the LLVM. Just to give more context, LLVM Kaleidoscope tutorial just support the double data type. That's why this will be the first one to be replaced. But in next phases, we need to support more data types from Apache Arrow mainly. And of course, we can improve our language to accept user data types, define data types, and other features as well. It's really a really simple language for now, but we have a mechanism to improve the syntax. That's this repository called Arx proposals, and in this repository, we allow anyone to propose new features into the language. And of course, for the phase, this is step 3, to add support for more data types. Also, you need to have a new proposal. Okay. As I mentioned, the current challenge is a way to have a way to use the Apache Arrow data types natively. Okay. How to contribute? Yeah, that's a good one. Well, the Arx is a new project. It's around 2 years. It's based on Kaleidoscope tutorial. So anyone who has studied the LLVM Kaleidoscope, so it will be not challenging to contribute to Arx. And anyone who knows a bit of C++ also can contribute to the project. But of course, it's not just about coding. There's a lot of things to contribute to the project. We will talk a bit more about that in the next slide. All the development are done on GitHub. You can access our project at github.com/ArxLang/Arx. You can find some initial instructions at arxlang.org/getting started. And for communication, we also have a Discord server. So you can join us there. Anyone is more than welcome. And you can join us using this link here, the arxlang.org/discord. So there's different areas for contributions, as probably for any project: coding, community management, documentation, fundraising, research, and testing. So yeah, if you are searching for a new project to contribute, maybe that would be a great one. Why not? We are trying to move forward the development really fast. So also from my side, like I'm the main contributor, I'm also reaching mentors in order to help me to move this project forward. So yeah, I'm really excited to have like a first version of this project running until the end of the year. Well, thank you so much. For now, it's my idea was to bring the a brief introduction about Arcs, and my plan for next streaming would be to code Arcs and talking about some decisions, some approaches, some technologies I'm using. And of course, I'm totally open to learn new stuff and improve the workflow on the arts project. And yeah, that's all for today. Thank you so much. Yeah, subscribe to our channel. I think that will be a great thing, a great way to be in touch with the Arcs project and also to receive notifications. So clicking on the notification button, and yeah, I'll see you next video.